Hi guys, hi, hello, how's it going today? Hopefully today finds you well. Today I'm doing my next project pan update. This is my update for September. I am excited to show you the progress that I have made, and we have some empties again this month, so I'm really excited about that. So if that sounds like something that you're interested in, please keep on watching. For those of you new here, hi, my name is Donna. I am a lover of all things high-end, colorful beauty and self-care. I also work in the beauty industry as a field leader for Ulta. I get a lot of education in my position. I like to bring you that education here on my platform through things like reviews, hauls, project pan. I talk a lot. So if you're into a chatty channel, you have found your space. I hope that you really enjoy it. I hope that you are so inclined to subscribe before you go. And with that said, let's roll into this project pan. It is fire season here, and currently there's about 300 acres on fire, about 30 minutes from my abode. My eyes are burning out my face, and my throat is killing me because I'm asthmatic, amongst other things. But here I am in all my all of my fall garb, because with the smoke in the air, the sunshine is at bay, and it's only about 70 something degrees right now, which feels super good compared to the 106 it has been. So here I are, fall makeup, fall garb, fall garb. Love this thing. So sorry for the outfit of the day. I don't typically do that, but let's jump into this project pan. So I'm going to have pictures of progress. I'm also going to have pictures of these guys here, which is like my old sheet that I tracked everything on, and my new sheet that I'm tracking things on now. I think next year I'm gonna have to like get some index cards or something, because these like little pieces of paper just aren't cutting it for me anymore. So there's that. I'm not gonna go through these necessarily in order of how they were rolled in, because as I started rolling things out, it got a little bit confusing for me, even though it's in my tracker in that order. So this is the Winky Lux Unibrow. This guy was rolled in, I think, a couple months ago. I did take a picture of its whereabouts, and I don't typically weigh the items that I'm taking pictures of usage for, but I have weighed this as well. It was weighing in at 9 grams when I rolled it in. It's still weighing in at 9 grams, but I think that you can see just from the progress pictures and what I have right here that we have actually done some damage on this pencil. Like, do I think that it's going to be gone by the end of the year? Maybe. That's as far as I can roll it up. I wear product in my brows when I have something in my project pan every single day, so I am trying to wear this. I do have it in my brows today. I don't mind the color of this unibrow pencil. This one is a universal taupe color, but I do like this one better than the It Cosmetics Brow Power. Is that what it's called? Yes. In Universal Taupe, because this one I feel like it's a little more cool tone than that one is, but this one also is a lot more like stiff than that one is. The It Cosmetics Brow Power, I always have so many problems with that guy breaking in the component because it's just super creamy. In addition to that, because it's so creamy, I find that it kind of moves around and goes all over my face. It always creates kind of a mess. I'm not super great with my brows, which is why I, have an arch expert tint and wax them, but I haven't had that done in a while, and when I don't get that done, I do use pencils more. But because this is in my project pan, I have been using it every day, regardless of whether I have them shaped or no. I do not love the spoolie on this guy. I like a spoolie that comes to kind of a point at the end so that I can get into my tails, because my tails are pretty, you know, pointed. I also like it to have a point at the end so that I can get into the beginnings of my brows and kind of fluff things out. This one, it's a very blunt end on it. I do like that it's got kind of a triangular presence to it, so I can get a really good flick out of it if I want to. I would consider repurchasing it. I don't think it's much cheaper than like even the Precisely My Brow that I love, or the It Cosmetics Brow Power, but it might be. Again, you can see that we've made actually quite a bit of progress with this pencil. It's about 2/3 still of what it was at the beginning of rolling it in, so I'm not sure if it'll be gone at the end of the year, but I'm hoping that it will be. All right, the next item I have in here is this guy. This is the Tower 28 Shine On Gloss, and this is just a mini. It's actually, I think, a like 100-point perk from Sephora, if I'm honest. Got this prior to even trying a full size Tower 28 gloss. I love the Tower 28 glosses. What I love most about them is they go on very balm-like, and they have a decent amount of lasting power. This one is clear, even though it looks not clear right now. It's because I'm putting it on over the top of lipsticks and not really paying attention to how the product is laying in the container. But yeah, it's typically clear, which is kind of gross to me, which is part of the reason why I don't like clear glosses as much. But you guys can see the line markings from first line marking to this last line marking. Now, I do think that this has been in this project pan for more than just these 2 line markings, so I'm not sure what happened to the other line marking, but this did weigh in at 13 grams when we first rolled it in. In our last update, it weighed in at 13 grams also. And today it weighed in at 13 grams. So it says that there's no like weight discrepancy, right, from beginning to current, but this was full when I rolled it in, and it is not full now. It's not even close to full. It's still weighing in at that 13 grams. I have to assume that that's the component. So I do think that I could probably have this gone by the next update. This is my purse gloss. It goes into my purse. It's a really easy purse gloss to have because it is an actual gloss, not like a stick. It's not going to melt or anything like that. And if it does, you know, get a little more liquefied, it's in a tube, so it's not going to hurt anything. And I really, really love the formula. I don't love the smell, if I'm honest, of Tower 28 glosses. I think they smell a little bit like gasoline, in my humble opinion. And I like the smell of gasoline, but this smells like the worst version of the smell of gasoline. I forgot to also mention, I did take out the stopper because there was quite a bit of product in there that I couldn't get to settle into the bottom. So I'm not typically a stopper taker outer kind of person, but I knew that there was so much more of this gloss that I can get usage out of. And I really do think that I can have this done within, you know, by the next update for sure. The next one I have is this, and this is the Dermalogica Self-Esteem Beauty Sleep Serum. This has got glycolic, salicylic, and L-absorbic acids. When we first started this, I colored the words orange on the back so that I could see where it was sitting, and that's not exactly 100% accurate because I have to find words in order to color them orange to see where we're exactly sitting, but I think it's pretty close to accurate. This, when we first rolled it in, was 61 grams, and I think that that was last update, and today it weighs in at 55 grams, so we're seeing a good 6 grams of usage here. And I think that you can see that there's also quite a bit of area between the first marking and this month's marking. I do use this every day. I use it twice a day, in the morning and at night, so it is getting quite a bit of usage. I don't see a whole lot of difference in my skin when I am using it, and I'm using it morning and night. So I'm not sure what it's supposed to do, but I can tell you I don't think it's doing anything for my skin. I don't have horrible skin in the first place, so maybe that's part of the problem. The next thing I have in here is this. This is the Urban Decay Afterglow Highlight. I think I just rolled it in last update, maybe the update before. We started this with 49 grams of product in it. I think I've used this like 4 times since we rolled it in last month, but it went from 49 grams to 47 grams. I'm not really sure how that happened. Yes, I'm a little heavy-handed with highlight, if I'm honest, but I can't imagine how that happened, to be honest. This has been in project pans in the past, so there was already quite a bit of a dip going in it, because I do think that I had it in a year-long project pan a couple years ago, maybe. This is one of the oldest highlights in my collection. It probably should go. It's got moisture bumps in it from when I used to keep my makeup in my bathroom. I do really love it, though. It is a beautiful highlight, so it will probably stay in my collection until, like, it doesn't show up like this anymore, because I really do love it. Okay, the next one also rolled in last month was this, and this is the Pretty Vulgar Hush blush in Make Them Blush. I think that's how it goes. I can never distinguish. Or maybe it's a Pretty Vulgar Make Them Blush in Hush blush. I can never remember, and I'm too lazy, obviously, to look it up because I haven't done so yet. This is what this guy looks like currently. And last month when we rolled it in, it weighed 46 grams. This month it weighs 46 grams. I've used it a couple of times. It's still a very pretty blush. It's not a blush that I have any problems with. I do think that I may hit pan on it by the end of the year, maybe, which is my goal. So that's my goal for both of these, is to hit pan on them. That's all I can hope for such an enormous amount of product. So it's a really pretty blush. This is my fixer blush. And the sad news is that I can tell that the formulation in it has changed, because I can't use it as my fixer blush anymore, but that is what I used to use it for, is my fixer blush. When I had a problem with the blush being patchy or something like that, I would take this blush and I would help that blush out with this blush. And it kind of went with any blush, to be honest. It looks very pinky here and very mauvey, and it also looks very mauvey in the pan, but it very, very well partnered with any color of blush, pink or like even deeper tones. It even partnered well with coral tones to help fix the blush. So I would say that I would keep this in my collection forever, but I can tell through the usage over the last several months, and specifically over this last month, that it's no longer my fixer blush, and that is due to the fact that I believe that the formulation of it has changed. So this will probably go at the end of the year, whether I hit pan on it or not, just because, again, the formulation has changed, and it is one of the oldest blushes that I have in my collection. It's like one of the first things that I ever got from BoxyCharm when I subscribed to BoxyCharm 5 years ago. I haven't been in this makeup game for very long, so there isn't much in my makeup collection that's more than 5 years old anyways, which is good. Powders, technically powders can last forever, well, for a very long time. But when something used to work so well and it no longer works that well, it swatches beautifully, but it's no longer the same blush that it used to be. Then we have the Charlotte Tilbury Iconic Nude Pencil. And you guys, I have used the poop out of this pencil. This is all that's left. This was a full-size pencil. I had only used it a couple times when I rolled it in. Lip pencils are really easy for me to use up if I focus on them, and it's a color that I like and a color that goes with anything. They're really easy for me to use up. So when I put a lip liner on my lips, I line my lips and then I color in my lips also. 9 times out of 10, I am just wearing a lip liner and a gloss, and I like my lips to be, you know, the same shade all the way across and not like variant all the way across. This one also, it matches my natural lip shade really, really well. So I mean, it's Iconic Nude. Who doesn't love Charlotte Tilbury Iconic Nude? When I get done with this lip pencil, I will likely buy another one this very same shade, or before it's gone, I plan on going through all of my lip liners in my collection because I have a lot. So you guys hopefully will see them soon. I'll go through all the lip liners in my collection to see if there's one that even remotely comes close. And if it's a drugstore one, that would be super fantastic because this guy is like $24 or something like that. I don't have a problem spending that, but I don't want to if I don't have to. This is a beautiful lip liner. I have absolutely no problems using it. You guys can see the photos from beginning to end, what it looked like, and on the card, what it looks like for usage. I use it all the time, all the time. It's not what's on my lips today, surprisingly enough, because I use my new Shop My Stash items, but it's on my lips all the time. All right, the next 4 items are items that I've used up. So, first and foremost, this guy. This has been in a project pan or a Shop My Stash or something for the last 3 years, I feel like. I don't think it's been 3 years, really. This is the Laura Geller Smoothing Sugar Scrub called Lip Strip. And you guys can see the markings from where it's at. I think it was in Shop My Stash for the last year. And when I wasn't making as much traction through Shop My Stash, I decided to put it into the project this year. When we first rolled it in, it weighed 17 grams of product. Last update, it was 11 grams of product. And this was its line marking. Clear down here. Today it is done. I could probably get some out of it, but it's a struggle to get anything out of it. I'm not interested in fighting with it anymore. The last time I was able to get anything out of it and put a sugar scrub on my lips was actually my birthday on the 4th. So that's the day I called it quits for this guy. So it is done. Finally, it is done. These 2 guys we rolled in last update. I wear primer every single day. I told you guys in that update I didn't think it was going to take long. These were just little samples of the Benefit Professional Pearl and the Benefit Professional Hydrate. I mixed them together, just one little dewlip of this, one little dewlip of that. There wasn't much product in either one of them. This one, interestingly, had 11 grams, where this one, interestingly, had 12 grams. They all came in at the same time and they were brand new. I had to peel the little sticker off of the tube in order to use them. So it was weird to me that they had a different weight, but both of them are gone. Last update had line markings up here, but here's the deal. These guys don't typically come to you completely full, right? So I don't think that line marking from the last update was not because of use, because they were still sealed, right? Yeah, they were still sealed. They came in last month brand new. So what I also know about these is that typically little containers like this, even in your, your concealers or your lip tubey or lip juicies or anything like that, do have air bubbles. So once you hit that air bubble, usually product goes super fast. I didn't get these done in my collection until also my birthday on the 4th. I was out of town. I'm thankful that they lasted, that long. I'm thankful that they lasted throughout the time that I needed them to last, but they are now officially empty and out of my collection. And then the last one is this guy. That is the Buxom lip liner, and you might be thinking, well, you could still sharpen that, and I absolutely could still sharpen that, and I tried to sharpen it, and it's empty. Like, I don't know if all Buxom pencils are built this way, but there's still quite a bit of room for them to have, product in this pencil, and there's nothing in the pencil. So it was actually kind of comical to me because I like Christina Chang. I watch her quite a bit. She also had a Buxom pencil in her project pan that she was, struggling through. And she had the same problem in this month's update. She was like, it's empty. I know that once you get down to this point in your Buxom pencils, you no longer are going to have product, which is fine. I like using this side to clean out like my makeup pencil sharpener at this point. So I will probably keep it in my makeup pencil sharpener drawer after I put it into my empties, and you guys see the empties video, which I'm going to record right after this. But that is where we're at with this guy. This guy, I rolled it in as almost a full-size product. So it did last almost in 9 months. In 9 months, this has been in my project pan. So Really super happy to have those 4 products out of my collection, out of my inventory, and it's 4 more empties that I have on the makeup side. But now let's talk about what we're rolling in. And one of them you may know because I kind of gave you a sneak peek to it in my Shop My Stash, and that is this guy here. This is the Ciate London Shadow Flip. And I don't know, I'm hoping that you guys will be able to see the sheer void in here where product is not. I have had it sitting upright since I pulled it out of my Shop My Stash rotation so that it could hopefully settle. There just really is not a lot of product left in this guy. I'm not going to mark it because there's still like product everywhere, but I did weigh it, and as I'm rolling it in, it weighed 11 grams, so there's not a whole lot of product in here. I think if I was able to get the stopper out, it might settle a little bit more, but as I said with the Tower 28 gloss, I'm just not a stopper taker outer kind of person when it comes to emptying my products. Once it's empty, it's empty. The only reason I did with this is because I really love this gloss, if I'm honest. So I will be putting this into the rotation for Project Pan items. The next thing I'm putting into rotation for the Project Pan items that came out of my Shop My Stash is also this guy. This is the Milk Makeup Bronzer Stick in Baked, and it does have quite a bit of product left in it, and it's beautiful. But as I said in my Shop My Stash rotation, I can smell it. It smells not great. It smells a little bit like old crayons or, you know, Play-Doh. And once makeup starts getting that kind of smell to it, it is turning. It's not horrible at this point. I can't smell it all day long, and it does still perform rather beautifully. But I did have other Milk makeup products in the same format in my Project Pan earlier this year, one being a blush. This is going bad. This weighs in at 16 grams currently, and I do have a picture of what the product looks like I showed you just now, and a picture of the weight on it right now. And we know that the Milk Makeup Lip and Cheek Tint and Work was gone completely at 13 grams. So I know that there's only 3 grams of product, approximately, left in there. That's a lot for a stick cream bronzer, but I do think that I'll be able to get a lot of usage out of it over the next several months. I do not think it'll be empty by the end of the year, so that won't count towards an empty for my 50 empty goal. But I do think that I'll get a lot of usage out of it because it's still a beautiful cream bronzer, and I'll get more usage out of it through this Project Pan than I would it just sitting in my drawers, and I'll be happy with it at the end of the year. It will also go into the garbage. The last 2 things I have in here are another lip gloss, which is bad because there's now currently 3 lip products in this, but I also have an eyeliner. So eyeliners have been actually pretty successful for me to go through this year. This one is another Marc Jacobs one. This is the Eyeliner in Fine Wine. This is one of my favorites. It's actually on my eyes today, and I don't have a problem using this. I actually love this eyeliner so dang much. It's kind of like a burgundy red. This is where it sits. It is retractable, so you can push it back down in there. His fine liners are not retractable, but his highliners are. I don't even know if you can still get these. I mean, Marc Jacobs Beauty is such a mystery to me right now. I love these eyeliners. They are so good. They stay in the waterline. They're super creamy. You have plenty of time to, you know, buff them out and do what you want to with them. And they still stay where you want them to stay. The component is a real damn mess, and I don't know how it gets that way, if I'm honest. But I really do love these pencils. So I do have pictures of this guy because it is that kind of product. I did not weigh this one. I won't weigh this one. I don't know why I weighed the Winky Lux Brow Stick, but there's that. The last product that I am bringing in is this guy here. This is a Context Nude Lip Balm, and this is in the shade All or Nothing. And I got this in an IPSY. And here's the thing, this is the component. You guys can see that lip balm is really far down in there. This is what's left This is also a purse gloss for me. This also could be gone by the end of the year. I use this so much. I fell in love with this. I don't know how I ended up falling in love with it, if I'm honest. It was just something that I decided to pop into my purse and put on my lips while we were out and about one day, and I was like, that is really effing pretty. So I kept it in my purse and I use it all the time, obviously. I have another one over there. IPSY sent another Contacts Lip Nude Balm set in one of my very last boxes that I ever received from them, and it has this exact shade again in it, as well as kind of like a red tone. So I need to get rid of this one so that I have not two of the same shade. But I'm also just really interested in being able to finish up a full-size lip product in my project pan. So popping this on, I think that you can see, I hope that you can see that even though it's kind of got this like almost orangey brown shade to it, it's not super pigmented, but it's also not super not pigmented. So it goes really well on my dry lips. It helps hydrate my dry lip. I really love this product. Like, I would repurchase this from Contacts. So with that said, that is my update for my project pan items. Super excited to have 4 more empties coming out. I'm not sure what that means for total empties right now. I'm not looking at my MacBook with my like tracker, but I will be when I edit this, so I will put that number in for you. I know that I have been able to finish quite a few products throughout this project pan, and I'm looking forward to what I'm going to be able to finish over the next 3, well, September, October, November, and then my December update will happen at the very latter part of December. So I'm looking forward to what I'm able to finish by that time, but I know it's not going to be the 50 products, but that's okay. I do think this one could be gone next update, this one could be gone next update, and this one could be gone next update. These two will be close to gone next update. This one will probably take me, you know, at least through the end of November. This one might be gone next update. So I have potentially 4 empties and 2 or 3 that are really close to empty. I do think that of those items, all of those will be finished by the end of the year for sure. These are the only 3 that I don't think will be gone by the end of the year. So, and 2 of them just have a hit pan goal on them. So I'm really excited about the progress that I've made on this project this year. So regardless of how many I hit, it's going to be more than I hit last year, because I think last update I said that we had like 21 empties for this year so far, and last year I emptied somewhere around 30. So we'll have more than we did last year. Just so fun. So anyways, that is it. That is all I have for you. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Are you doing a project pan this year? And if you are, I would love to know what you're panning, what your theories are on panning, what you are seeing success with, how you're seeing that success. I would love to hear all the things. Again, chatty. Love to talk about makeup. So hit me up down in the comment section. I would love to hear from you guys. Thank you guys for joining me today. I appreciate you so much for being here. Please give it a big thumbs up. It really does help our channels out there. I hope that you are all well, that you are healthy, and that you are staying safe in this crazy world we're currently living in. And I hope that you're loving each other, but loving each other from afar. And until next time, bye friends.